Good evening, Game of Thrones lovers. I drink and I cook things. Just call me the nerdy vegan. I am currently making a Waldorf fry pie in the oven. It smells amazing. My recipe for that is on one of my other videos. You can go and look for that recipe. It's an amazing recipe. It's totally vegan. And tonight, to honor the last episode of Game of Thrones, it has truly been an amazing season. There's been a lot of ups and downs. I have issues with some things, and I love some things, obviously. We're not going to discuss that, though. Tonight we are going to discuss Sansa's lemon cakes. And yes, these are completely vegan. Shoo! Get out of here, children. Okay, so, no. We are going to be making a lemon cake without eggs. We are going to be using flour and sugar, unfortunately, but if you are diabetic, you're welcome to sort it out with almond flour and stevia instead. But tonight, we're going all out. We're doing flour and powdered sugar and everything. So, how do we do it without eggs? We're going to be using the juice of garbanzo beans. I actually tried this earlier today and it works, okay? It actually does make egg white type of substances. Alright, so I've got a whole can of garbanzo bean juices that are going into the bowl right now. And we're going to put that on high. Again, these are garbanzo bean juice. We're not using the beans themselves, we're using the juice of the garbanzo beans as the egg white substitute. And I'm going to see if I can show you. Stop it once it gets to soft peaks, and we're going to add our powdered sugar, which there's about 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar right there. this out. Let's see if we got this. Yay, we got stiff peaks right there. Stiff peaks. That's crazy, right? It does the same thing as egg whites. Holy cow. I never would have guessed that in a million years. We're going to let that go just a little bit more. We're going to put together our liquids. I've got half a cup of full fat coconut milk. I've got some lemon zest and some lemon juice. And I've got some salt. Go ahead and turn that off. Alright, so garbanzo bean juice is an egg white substitute. Who knew, right? Who knew? Alright, so we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of flour. Tablespoons of flour, alright? We're wanting this very light. Basically, we're going to be making this like a, 4 tablespoons. We're going to be making this like a I don't know if you've ever had a creme brulee, but it's very moist and it's very, it's kind of a mixture between a creme brulee and a cake, basically, because the creme brulee obviously is done with egg yolks and egg whites, and you mix them together and it becomes kind of a custard. Well, this is kind of like a creme brulee and a cake put together. We're going to get the moistness of a creme brulee, but we still have the texture of the cake and everything. It's going to be, I've done this before, it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. And I'm a big fan of lemon bars. I love lemon bars. I grew up with my grandma making lemon bars and everything. This reminds me of that in so many ways. All right. We're going to take a spatula, and kind of just fold that flour in, because we don't want to over whip those egg whites. And I've got to take the lid off of my vanilla. So we're going to put some vanilla in our base, basically, which again, this was coconut, this was lemon zest, lemon juice, and this is going right into our cake. I'm just going to pour that in there, as so, and that's going to be like our base, our egg base, all right? And we're just gently folding these in because we don't want to ruin the fluffiness of the egg whites. And I'm going to show you what that looks like. That's pretty much what you're looking for, the texture of that. Just like that. If you want more lemon, you're welcome to use more lemon. I did the zest and juice the first time I did this of 2 lemons, and it was a little too lemony for me, but if you want to add more, you're welcome to it. I have my beautiful little ramekins already dusted with flour, and I put a little bit of olive oil in them just because we don't want this sticking. We're going to turn the water on high heat. Usually you want a boiling water, but I don't have time to boil water. I got to get these in the oven because the World of Fry Pie is going to be done here in a little bit. I'm so excited. I can't wait to show you guys. That recipe, by the way, is absolutely amazing. My mother-in-law and my father-in-law were here last time, and they both really loved it. I made the lemon cakes for them last time as well, and they both really loved them. But unfortunately, last time I did it with regular eggs instead of the garbanzo beans. And we just want like a couple of inches of hot water. We want hot water because we're steaming the cakes. We want to keep that beautiful moistness to the cake. Alright? So, here we go. I'm going to get a little scoop. We're going to scoop this into each little ramekin. Just like that. Cute as a button. And we're going to gently set this in here. Alright? Same thing. And that coconut milk is going to give it some sweetness. You've got the density of an egg white. You want to make sure that you don't get any water in these, by the way. If you get any water in these, you're going to lose the height. So it's kind of like a souffle, I guess, because you're really looking for the height from the egg whites, the so-called egg whites. Beautiful little ramekins. And unfortunately one of them broke, so I had to go get a different kind. So somebody's going to get a little bit gypped here, but that's alright. I guess I'll take that one. Just gorgeous. Alright, again we've got 2 inches of hot water in here, alright? Now we're going to take some tin foil and gently cover the tops. You want to cover it because we're steaming this. Just like that. Well, I'm going to give you a little look-see first before we pop this in the oven. They're so pretty. I love making pretty food. It's awesome. And again, these are done with the juice of garbanzo beans, which you would think would make it taste like garbanzo beans. But when you add the sugar and all the other ingredients, you actually end up not tasting it. Alright, I'm going to lightly cover this, and I'm going to open up the oven. Oh my gosh, guys. That pie in there smells divine. I'm going to show you that here in a minute. Alright, we're going to be very careful. Alright. And I'm going to show you this beauty right here. Do you see that? Isn't that gorgeous? It is so pretty. It's so pretty. This is completely vegan because I also got vegan phyllo dough. You can get vegan phyllo dough at the store. This has potatoes and carrots, and because I don't know if you know the story about Welder-Frey pie, but not Sansa, Arya, she wears the faceless man and she disguises herself as one of the servants and everything, and she comes in and gives him this pie which has his sons cut up in it, so there's like fingers and toes and stuff. So I got beautiful little fingerling potatoes, you know, all cut up in there, and I've got some carrots, and I did mushrooms with walnuts to give it that ground beef flavor. The recipe, like I said, is in one of my other videos, but I hope you enjoyed this recipe. This is by far one of my favorite desserts to eat. I grew up on lemon bars. They were amazing growing up, and this really reminds me of that. It has the moistness of a creme brulee, but the thickness of a cake. And again, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know in the comments if you got a chance to try it out or not. Please enjoy the show tonight, guys. I am so sad that this is the last episode of Game of Thrones, but all good things must come to an end. Have a good night, guys.